I am a firm believer that children deserve privacy, age appropriate privacy. Okay. I am a firm believer in give your children space, give your children privacy. They are human beings too. Okay. They deserve not to have their boundaries stepped on. They deserve to have consent, right? They deserve to have consent respected. Okay. Just like so many of us, I too grew up under that authoritative, I own you, you do what I say, you don't have privacy, you're a child, you just are here to exist, you're just here to basically do what the fuck I tell you to do until you're 18, get the phone going about your business, okay? That's how majority of society raises their children, okay? At some point, we, decided as a society that it was okay to treat children like fucking subjugates who are not human until they turn 18, right? Anyhow, so again, I'm a firm believer in privacy. I'm a firm believer in age-appropriate privacy. I'm also a firm believer in stay in your kids' fucking business, okay? Check them goddamn cell phones. When you give your child a cell phone, you are still fully fucking responsible for everything they see on that phone, everything they download on that phone, every fucking conversation they have on that phone. You are responsible. Okay? Your child can be planning to rob somebody on a phone on your plan, a bill that you're paying, and they're 16 years old, and you could be held liable. You are still responsible until that child turns fucking 18, unless you emancipate their ass at 16 or whatever the emancipation age is in your state. You are responsible. Check them goddamn phones. So many of y'all done gave kids phones at a very young age, and they never checked that phone not one motherfucking time. You don't know what the fuck they downloading. You ain't got no parental controls on shit. Don't have the internet safeguarded, no controls on what they're allowed to view. Nothing. You don't see who they following on YouTube. You don't care who they following on YouTube. You don't pay attention to a fuck thing in them kids' phone. You're responsible. If you allow your child to have a phone, you are fully responsible for what goes on in that phone. You do know that, right? When was the last time you just picked up the phone and just looked at what they have downloaded, looked at conversations? Yes, a 10-year-old with a cell phone needs their conversations looked at. Okay? As they get older, as they have proven themselves to be responsible enough, mature enough, yes, you can dial it back. But a fucking 10-year-old with a cell phone, you better be going through the messages. You better be going through them apps. Okay, a lot of these games they play, they have chat rooms. You better be going through them chats if you can. It is your responsibility to monitor what your child is doing on that phone. It is your responsibility to monitor what that minor is doing on that phone. Me personally, I feel like children do not deserve phones. Okay, I'm a firm believer in you want to keep your child safe. They want to always have a means of communication. I get that. Totally fine, okay? But I'm a firm believer that children and minors do not need full fucking access to the internet. They don't need full fucking access to a phone as an adult does, okay? It's a privilege to have those things. It's a responsibility to have those things. Do you not realize when you have a phone, whoever their children are communicating with now has full access to them at all times? A lot of y'all ain't giving these kids curfews with these phones. You let them stay on the phones all fucking times of night. You're not monitoring who they talking to. You're not monitoring who they chatting with. Nothing. Give your kids privacy, age appropriate privacy, but monitor what the fuck they doing. It's your responsibility. It's on you. I don't care what these kids get into. I blame the parents for not monitoring. Okay? I had a situation with my son where, yes, I did go through his messages. He's 14. But because there was some concerning behavior going on. So you damn right I went into those messages. And I had to address him about some things. Literally, while I'm having a conversation with him, there was this young lady literally calling him back to back to back to back to back. FaceTiming him back to back to back to back to back. What the fuck? And I said, son, why is she doing that? What is going on? I said, the last time you talked to her, was everything okay? Is there an emergency situation going on? And according to these messages she's sending, it don't look like there's an emergency. It looks like she just keeps calling because you won't pick up. I said, son, that is not healthy behavior. So again, while in that moment he did nothing wrong, it certainly was a teachable moment to let him know that kind of behavior is not okay. Nobody owes you their time. If I don't answer, don't keep fucking calling me back. I will call you back. If I want to, I will call you back when I get a chance. You were literally having a conversation with your mother. And this girl would not stop calling. I sure motherfucking answered it. She on that phone, she ended that FaceTime so motherfucking fast. Why? Stay in your kids' business. Check them goddamn phones. You are responsible. Your child could be plotting to go jump somebody. You're responsible. Your child could be plotting in that phone and some text messages and a group chat to go jump somebody. And if they do it, you're responsible. You're responsible. At the end of the day, you are responsible. Give your kids age-appropriate privacy, but also stay in their shit. Don't give them no fucking phone. Full access to the world. Full access to whomever they're communicating with. That shit still needs boundaries and monitoring. Stay in them kids' business.